PK52, the Saturday morning meeting. Just wanted to start today by saying I just watched a webinar from Automotive News, and the word dynamic does not come into play, but the facts that they laid down were amazing. So let me share with you, like I promised last week, we're going to go into certified, and the reason I'm going to push right now for this time of year for certified is what's happening in the market. So as interest rates go up and dealers back off of incentives because the factory backs off of incentives, the price of the payment of the car goes up. The majority of customers still buy a car with a payment. As the payments go up, then these new cars they were thinking about over the last 2 or 3 years, all of a sudden the same car they were looking at has bumped out of their price range. They really don't want to buy a used car because in experience in the past, they bought a used car in the first year, they had to dump a bunch of money in there just in maintenance. Maybe it was a good car, but they had tires, they had brakes, and all of a sudden they're well over $1,000 in just normal maintenance that probably should have been done on the car before they purchased the car. So the logical decision would be to buy a certified pre-owned car. There's many choices. I mean, you know, we get indoctrinated with Toyota that we are the only certified program. We're the #1 program, highest volume program, but we're certainly not the only one. A couple of weeks ago, I rented a car from Avis. On the key fob, there was a big tag that says, hey, buy this car as a certified pre-owned. Right on the door jamb as you walked into the driver's door, there was a big sticker that says, buy our certified pre-owned. So don't get disillusioned or get clouded over that we're the only certified program out there right now. There's independent certified programs, and some of the Toyota dealers have left the Toyota CPO program and are using a secondary certified program. The big problem with that is if that program one time doesn't back up what it says, that company doesn't have any responsibility to Toyota, to the brand Toyota, and I'll be honest with you, other than cash, really doesn't have any responsibility to the dealer. So once they decline that first warranty claim or whatever happens, that customer's not buying our brand again, because we represent them that as a certified program of our dealership. And again, everybody has their own opinion about that. That would be my personal opinion. But the webinar hit us with some great numbers. 39.2 million units this year will be sold for used. So 40 million used cars are sold. Private sales right now of the three, there's private sales, independent, like Ed's Used Car Lot, and certified sales from a dealer, or used car sales from a dealer. Private sales are actually leading in category, so they're over 1/3. So people are taking and buying cars with technology out of somebody's driveway. I promise you, if that technology fails in that car, you can't go back to that person's house and get them to cover the warranty that you didn't get. And I'll be honest with you, if you buy a car at an independent dealer, think about this. Why would you ever buy a car that had any kind of technology from a place that sells cars that doesn't have a full service department? I mean, even look at CarMax. I mean, CarMax has become one of the big volume used car boxes out there in the whole United States, and they service cars. They'll do oil changes and brakes. But their primary service is to get the car in a position to sell it, not to service their client base. Why would you do business on a car with technology from a place that didn't have master certified and ASE certified technicians for the brand? So let me go on. 4.1 million off-lease cars in 2019 looks to be the biggest year ever. Of those 4.1 million off-lease cars, 2.7 million of those will be sold as certified. How is it not 4.1 off-lease cars and then 2.7, how is it not 4.1 million sold? How can you take a 1 to 3 year old car and not certify the car if there's nothing mechanically or cosmetically wrong with the car? That number to me seems really low. 65% of the buyers intend to buy certified. Now that is not just our brand. This is Automotive News. This is with every certified program out there. So 65 out of 100 people that go to look to buy a used car want to buy a certified car. Now that doesn't mean they all buy one, but they're entering your dealership with the ideology that they are going to buy certified. 65%, that is a giant number. Certified cars on average are bringing a $2,000 premium. So I hear used car managers say, well, it's costing me $500 extra in the shop to get the car to certified. That leaves me $1,500 worth of additional profit. minus whatever I had to pay for that premium car that brought that premium price. So there's some profitability there. The sales of CPO warranties versus used car warranties. So I'm selling you a warranty on a used car versus selling you a warranty on CPO. This kind of startled me a little bit because I thought it might be backwards. But it's not. CPO sales are 15% more likely for the consumer to buy a warranty. And I thought that was amazing. 87% are more likely to use your service department. And I know some of you are pretty good out there because you'll tag a couple of your 1, 2, or 3 service, complimentary service with your certified program, and that right there is absolute genius. So if you're not doing that, consider how little that costs and how great that does to retain that customer long term. This is a box that I circled right here. 71% on a national basis repeat a purchase to the brand. At Toyota, it's 84%. So if you sell a certified Toyota to somebody, 84% likely they're coming back to repeat a purchase of the certified or a new Toyota. So that is giant numbers and the biggest retention numbers I've ever seen in any category since I've been in the business. 80% are likely to buy from the same store. Man, I just got a car, I drove it for 4 years, I had no problem with it. Why would I not go back to the same store? Seems like a pretty good deal when I buy a car that was virtually maintenance free. A car that I didn't put any money in the first year, and a car that protected me by warranty. Why would I not go back? And 49% of those people that traffic back to the store don't buy another certified, they buy a brand new car. So that kind of leads us to the conversation. I got a lot of dealers out there saying, hey, KC, certified sales are dipping into my new car sales. Well, this number right here proves that certified sales are driving almost 50% of the people back in to buy a new car. So now we've got that myth out of the way. The 4 pillars that Automotive News said in this article were the right vehicle. I mean, I deal with salespeople all the time, and at the end of a seminar, they'll come up to me and says, Casey, everything you were talking about cosmetically on the cars, that's not what our cars look like. They're certifying every car. A lot of cars have dents and swirl marks and scratches, and they're not really what I would consider a certified car. Now listen, if your salespeople are saying that, then you know your customers are thinking that. So make sure that you're doing the right vehicle, not just a swath of certified cars because they qualify, but those cars need to be a premium car to be able to deliver a premium product. Training is really important. I'm glad they said that in this webinar since that's what I do for a living. Promote the benefits. I should be able to clearly see the benefits of a certified vehicle on your lot without talking to a salesperson. There should be signs and banners. There should be bullet point lists of what you get with certified. I'll refer you to the Bram Auto Group up in the New York region who have a no risk sign up there, and they bullet point everything you get with a certified car at no charge. And I like that ideology. I like it also that you put a certified little video together on your home page for your website, so if the customer clicks on certified, they don't hear from me, they don't hear from Toyota, they hear from you. If they hear it from you and they come in the dealership, their expectations are exactly where you want them to be. And then marketing of certified. It's got to be marketed as a third franchise. If you're going to charge more money for the car than your typical used car, then you need to market it as not a typical used car. As a certified car that has been changed primarily because of the signatures on the certified form. Your technician legally signs a document saying that they did everything they were supposed to do on this car. That's a giant thing if you make it giant. Cars.com, I guess right now is one of the biggest landing sites out there for people looking for cars. I'm looking for XYZ, I go to Cars.com. 38% of all their views this year have included the word certified. So if you're a dealer out there or a sales professional out there and your dealership is doing certified just to appease the region, or you have a couple out there, you're not happy with your certified program, or if you're not doing certified at all. I know you've heard it from me. I know you've heard it from your region, but that was from Automotive News. I would have my GM, GSM, or used car manager, maybe service director, plug into Automotive News and download the latest certified webinar. Let me finish up today, and forgive my voice and everything, but it's what happens when you fly all over the United States and everybody on the airplane is trying to cough at you. This is the 160-point assurance check sheet, assurance, assurance. Look at me, assurance. The word assurance is given to the customer. This assures the customer that we've legally done what we said we've done, and we give the customer a copy of this. Don't call it a check sheet. It's not a check sheet. It's an assurance sheet. We assure the customer that we are following the guidelines of our dealership, of our region, and of Toyota Motor North America. These are basic guidelines. However, it guarantees the customer what this form says. So in the next week or so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick 10 out of the first column of 160. Now, you know there's more than 160. We had TSS, TSSP, Star Safety System, four-wheel drives, auto never vehicle. So there's 160 plus, 14 extra for hybrid. But I'm going to pick 10 things, maybe not my top 10, but 10 things to discuss with you guys that I think might sell the car if the customer knew that we were assuring them that this was done. In the interim time for next week, gives you a full 7 days. Make sure that you get one of these forms and you read all 160. I know, but all 160, and then you come up with your top 10 and see if your top 10 and my top 10 are the same. Wouldn't it be interesting if my 10 and your 10 made 20? So depending on your market, depending on where you live, depending on how your customers drive cars, depending on the type of vehicles that they drive and the mileage they put on their cars, means a big difference on what they're expecting our technician to assure them. The bigger you make it, the bigger it is. I just gave you a reason to jump hard into the certified program next year. Used cars are going to be monstrous next year. The problem is when all these dealerships down the road, the Ford store, the Hyundai store, I mean, Ford's getting out of the passenger car business. You don't think they're going to have Camrys on their front row of their used car department? When Enterprise is selling certified cars, when Hertz is selling certified cars, when an independent dealer hires an outside company to promote a certified program, we need to really realize that just because the certified program is growing, that doesn't mean we're growing. We are the best certified program out there. We started in 1996. A lot of sales professionals watching this video today weren't born when Toyota started the certified program. Rekindle, and the worst thing that can happen is the customer says, you know what, I think I'll just get a new car. Or you know what I think I'll do? I think I'll step back a little bit on my payment and everything. I'll add a couple of years to the car, and Toyotas last forever. I think I'll just get a pre-owned Toyota. Why would you care? Doesn't matter if they buy new, pre-owned, or certified, as long as they buy from you. KC next, the Saturday morning meeting, PK 52.